we want to, the way that art was uplifted and the way that Eleanor and I thought about that, of art, of life force, of recultivating our relationship with life itself being at the center of all of our transition pathways. We wanted to invite our beloved co-conspirator and one whose art is in the book to bring in voice as well, and poetry. And with that, after that's finished, we'll close the webinar for today. So thank you all for what was spoken, what wasn't spoken, the questions that are in your heart, and what you're continuing to walk away with. And thank you for the gift of listening.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me okay? Beautiful. The human body is made of 37 trillion cells. There's 8 billion humans on Earth. There's 16 billion hands to do the work of undoing the disconnection, which brings us to the now, of instant gratification and perpetual forgetfulness. The disease of loneliness is spreading like an epidemic that leaves a single tree standing where there was once a forest. My journey through life is a lot like yours, carried by 100,000 miles of blood vessels pumping life into lungs that take in 5% of oxygen, but it's getting hard to breathe. So much so that we can YouTube various forms of strangulation. I Can't Breathe has moved the consciousness of a nation. I wonder how it will move its feet. Oil companies make $100 billion a year. The observable universe has 100 billion galaxies. Human fallacy would like us to believe that the truth of our wholeness comes from the little things we can see. But the truth is that whether or not you can see stars in your night sky, if you're standing just right, 2,000 stars are visible to the unaided eye. We travel 584 million miles around the sun in 1 year, orbiting one star. Our galaxy holds 300 billion. The poetry of the unknown is written in the indescribable. We're unfolding pages from the universal Bible. Galaxies, they move towards each other. Like souls not yet born knowing to return to meet their lover. Andromeda is moving towards the Milky Way at 250,000 miles per hour, a speed that would get us to the moon in just under an hour. We won't be there when they collide. Our sun will long have faded, but when they do, they will be mirrors of what we used to do when love dipped into the divine, before the divide in us became more than the great pretending of current human history. Change is constant, like the universe is expanding, and this time is asking us to expand into dream weavers, bridge builders, truth sayers, light bearers, food growers, wound healers, trailblazers, life lovers, peacemakers. Give what you most deeply desire to give. Every moment you are choosing to live or you are waiting. Why would a flower hesitate to open? Now is the only moment. Raindrop, let go, become the ocean. Possibility is as wide as the space we create to hold it. The stars, they have spent lifetimes trying to reach us with the message that our light can inspire solar systems if we let it shine like the moon's reflection of her sons and daughters, great-great-grandmothers and fathers, foretold this time of great blessing and slaughter, where we decide between drought and drowning in water, or rising like mist from rivers toxic with dreams, to be clouds that give birth to rain water and fall pure to the earth, to quench this thirst we'd forgotten, is the reason we struggle in this web that we're caught in. It's not a trap, but an intricate pattern, like a labyrinth, a snowflake or crystal of water, or the concentric rings of a tree that still make a sound long after it's fallen, in a forest that lived even if no one saw it, and fed the world its breath. Whether or not we applauded, Man, one hand clapping sounds a lot like the rhythms we lost in generations who sang even as they departed. Yes, we paved concrete over the pores of the earth to make our lives harder and build buildings to scrape skies, trying to get closer to God, but move farther from the source that birthed the first light in the darkness. We stole from our mother and we continue to rob her for diamonds and gold, and our ancestors' bones disappeared from their coffins, turned hollow so they could fly with the weight of the fodder on their wings. And now dust inside the brain got us caught up thinking pain was our fate. But this is what we said that we wanted. Whether we knew it or not, the universe responded to every vision and image and nightmare we've thought up. Our words are like bullets and we call the shots by their names. And they come running with gifts in their pockets. Impressions of lessons of the stories life taught us, that our dreams are impossible, so we keep them in closets. But now we stand at this doorway. In the hallway life brought us to this crossroad of lost hope and undeniable promise, where we choose between paths beyond rightness or wrongness, beyond the age of compassion, beyond rightness and wrongness, that will lead to the brink of the planet's exhaustion, or the age of compassion where the meek become strongest and re-inherit the earth and redefine progress. So don't be scared of the spark in the spell of great darkness, or afraid of the light in the moment of dawning, where the heights you will reach when you rise to your calling and release all your rain. Call it flying or falling. Let go of your wanting and give in to your longing, to live free of possessions and full of belonging to the intricate infiniteness. We're all a part of the web that you wove in a dream you'd forgotten. Was the creator in you awakening into your consciousness, condensation of vapor into a droplet of water. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lynn. Thank you, Alnor. Thank you for this book. Thank you for having me in it. My name is Alixa Garcia, and thank you for being here with us. Ciao.